Hi, Prashish here, and I'm going to continue from the previous chapter about digital e-commerce. And digital e-commerce it's very ready right now thanks to the physical e-commerce. Because with the physical e-commerce, it has actually helped us to make our potential customers, the consumers, very familiar with buying online, whether they are using Alipay, PayPal, credit cards, wire transfer, or any kinds of methods that they're using. Because when they are familiar with purchasing online and making online transactions, they have migrated to a whole new world where now they will feel comfortable with acquiring knowledge and different type of education from the internet. And that's where digital e-commerce comes into the picture. And by the way, this video that I'm recording for you, this training I'm recording for you, I'm just doing it in my office against one white wall. Alright, so there is no fancy prop whatsoever, and this is an unscripted training, which means that I may forget what words to say from time to time. Anyway, going back to here. So at the same time, right, with the boom of physical e-commerce, there's so many people going out there and trying to sell products, which means whatever that you want to sell or you are selling physically, I'm pretty sure that the competition has become tougher by now in that sense, because it's very common right now where people start to get started with e-com. Now, this is where digital e-commerce opens up a new opportunity for you to build an online business, and that's where today's training it's about. So I want to share with you one very, I would say, a lucrative point when you start with digital e-commerce. See, with digital e-commerce, you are not dependable on the market. Oh, what do I mean by that? So, like for instance, I am recording this video with, say, with an iPhone there, right? Now, if someone doesn't really have the intention of buying an iPhone, it's kind of hard for you to persuade that person to buy an iPhone. Or I can see there's a chair in front of me right now. If someone doesn't have the motivation to buy a chair and he's not looking for a chair, no matter how good are you to present your offer to the person, he is not going to buy a chair. You see where I'm coming from? That is the physical e-commerce world. Now, of course, it has its advantage, because if someone wants to buy a chair, it's very easy for it to sell, because that person already decided that he wants to buy a chair, and you just need to present to that person, the potential customers, the right offer, the right deal in that sense for that person to buy. Now, you see, the interesting part with digital e-commerce is that you actually create your own market. You can actually so-called create your own future. Now, because digital e-commerce is about offering a different kind of products, which is intangible, and because of that, the value, or you can even say the perceived value, depending on how you want to look at it. But I don't like the word perceived value, because it's true value. Because the value that you impart can be created. You can create the wants for someone. So for instance, right, through exposure towards the solution that they're seeking. So let's look at let's talk about fitness. So assuming someone is not aggressively looking information on how he could be slimmer and look fitter. He's not aggressively doing that, or she is not aggressively thinking of doing that. But if this person is presented with the right video, the right ebook, the right triggers, and you have a good way of presenting your offer, your digital e-commerce product, whether it's a course, an ebook, and so on, you could turn someone who is not in a buying mode to become your customer. Now, try to understand this part again. It also means that you should literally, right, create customers from thin air. So you identify a market. Let's say again, fitness. If you are able to identify the fitness market, and you can start producing the right content for them, right? It doesn't have to be you who produce that. You could be a curator for that means, and they start to enjoy the content that you create, you curate or you create, and they start to follow you and so on. Now, if you present them with the right knowledge or information that they can improve their health, improve their fitness and so on, bam, you may have someone who may be your customer. And that's what I mean by creating opportunity from thin air. And that's what digital e-commerce is. Now, the other part that I mentioned to you earlier, that digital e-commerce is actually much bigger than physical e-commerce. Now, of course, I'm not referring to the sales revenue, I'm not referring to companies, but I'm referring to individual base. I truly believe that if someone can master digital e-commerce, he will make so much more money, he will build much more bigger business than his e-commerce business. I'm referring to individual, I'm referring to small business, like you and me, and so on, right? Now, to give you a simple example, you can just see the proof that's happening right now. Now, you may see there are trainers, speakers, and so on who do training about e-commerce, right? Like they teach you how to do e-commerce business. Do you have that? Like workshops, coaching program, and so on. Now, let me ask you this question, right? Do they make more money from the e-commerce business or from their information business? Now, what is information business? The training, the courses, and so on. So it's something for you to ponder upon and to consider the point there. Like for instance, I know Matt Clark, the one who created Amazing Selling Machines, like one of the most successful e-com courses on the internet. And I think his course sells for like 2,000 over US dollar. And when he launched Amazing Selling Machine, he generated 8-figure of revenue by selling the training, by selling the digital e-commerce, right? The info products. I know a lot of good e-com trainers, speakers, and so on. And I think that their information business, the courses that they sell, who have generated more millions than their own e-com business. Now, then again, I don't want you to misunderstand this point here. I'm not saying that that is good or bad. In fact, we are so blessed that there are those who are out there sharing their knowledge, their expertise about how to build the e-com business. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's really, really, really great that they're actually doing that. Even though if they make less money from the e-com business, but they make more money from their digital e-commerce, that's fine, because they're teaching a real valuable information that you can use. But just do the comparison there. Now, if the e-com physical business is more lucrative, I don't think that they will be out there teaching you or doing any workshops, training, coaching program, and so on. Because the very fact is that the info product business, which is a form of digital e-commerce, is much more bigger than you can even comprehend. It's huge. And these are like workshops, coaching program, and so on. They could be offline. But what if all of these move towards the online platform? Just try to think about that, right? So instead of restricted to like demographic, let's say in just KL, what if like you do for the whole Malaysia at any time, every single day, right? So I just want you to ponder upon that point and try to grasp how big digital e-commerce is actually happening right now, and how you can actually tap on that. Alright, with that said, it's Patrick here, and I hope that you have enjoyed today's marketing insight. Thank you.